Long before her name lit up billboards, movie screens, and theme parks, Dolly Parton was just a small-town dreamer in rural Tennessee. Audiences worldwide know her as the upbeat country star who wrote enduring hits like Jolene and I Will Always Love You, or as the friendly face behind Dollywood. Yet hidden beneath that glittery persona lies a story shaped by childhood poverty, backstage dramas, and ruthless industry dynamics. For decades, Dolly has balanced a sweet Southern charm with an unflinching will to control her creative destiny. Some see only the sparkly outfits, the iconic hair, and the quick wit that disarms interviewers. Others peer deeper, wanting to understand the complexities of a woman who maintained an iron grip on her music rights, even if it meant denying Elvis Presley a chance to record one of her greatest songs. Still more have whispered about rumored feuds and controversies simmering behind the scenes. Tension with Linda Ronstadt during the Trio project, secrets about her private life with husband Carl Dean, or quiet regrets Dolly might carry from decades at the top. How did a girl from a one-room cabin become a pop culture fixture with an empire spanning music, film, and entertainment? And what hidden chapters in Dolly's life still linger beneath that sunny exterior? Today we'll follow her climb from the hills of Appalachia, through the bright lights of the Grand Ole Opry, and into Hollywood stardom, uncovering the tales of creativity, conflict, and ambition that shaped one of America's most admired figures. Ready to glimpse the Dolly Parton you never knew? Let's start at the beginning, where her destiny first took shape. Dolly Parton entered the world on January 19, 1946, in Locust Ridge, Tennessee. She was one of 12 children in a family so financially strapped that simple necessities felt like luxuries. Life in their cramped mountain cabin could have dampened anyone's dreams, but Dolly's spirit only grew stronger. Her mother sang poignant ballads and gospel hymns, instilling in Dolly a love for melody and storytelling. Church services further sparked her passion, giving her a stage, however small, to belt out songs that already hinted at astonishing raw talent. Even as a child, Dolly saw music as a lifeline. She scribbled lyrics in tattered notebooks and memorized them, singing at local fairs and any radio or TV station that would host her. An uncle noticed her boundless drive and bought her a guitar. Dolly taught herself to play, forging her musical identity on the spot. Encouraged by supportive relatives, she began entertaining neighbors and small-town crowds with a voice that seemed far too big for the Smoky Mountains. Yet poverty was never easy to ignore. Her father's work as a sharecropper and tobacco farmer often fell short of meeting the family's needs, and Dolly felt that keenly. Perhaps that's why she never stopped dreaming. If she could charm her local community, who was to say she couldn't captivate the entire nation? By her mid-teens, Dolly's mind was made up. She'd take a shot at big-time Nashville. The timing was right, too. Country music was on the cusp of transformation, and Dolly's unique blend of down-home sincerity and vocal powerhouse seemed poised to make a mark. Leaving her hometown wasn't a simple decision, but Dolly's unshakable belief that her gifts could lift her family out of hardship spurred her on. She hopped on a bus to Music City, unaware she was about to redefine country music history. Landing in Nashville, Dolly found the industry both exciting and skeptical. Her flashy outfits, sky-high hair, and distinct accent set her apart. Enough to get noticed, but also to ruffle insiders who wanted a polished, predictable act. Dolly refused to conform, trusting the authenticity that had brought her this far. At first, she gained traction as a songwriter. When Bill Phillips had a small hit with Put It Off Until Tomorrow, Dolly's reputation for heartfelt lyrics piqued interest. Her next big break came in 1967 thanks to The Porter Wagoner Show. Porter needed fresh talent for his nationally televised program, and Dolly became a weekly fixture. Their duets like The Last Thing on My Mind propelled her into American living rooms, and fans embraced the bubbly blonde with a voice that could soar through any melody. Behind the camera, Dolly soaked up lessons on branding, stage presence, and negotiating her worth. Despite their successful partnership, Dolly's ambitions reached beyond being someone else's sidekick. In 1973, she penned "I Will Always Love You" as both a tribute and a farewell to Porter, marking her move toward a full-fledged solo career. The song proved prophetic. Released in 1974, it climbed the country charts, establishing Dolly as a solo force. Around the same time, she unveiled Jolene, another instant classic based on a tinge of real-life jealousy. Together, those two hits pushed Dolly into country's upper echelon. By her late 20s, Dolly had gone from a starstruck teen in a new city to a formidable singer-songwriter on her own terms. Chart success and an adoring public were hers. But Dolly was only getting started. She sensed the pop world beckoning, and it wouldn't be long before she took her sound to a whole new audience. As Dolly solidified her standing in country music, she eyed broader horizons. The late 1970s saw her challenging the idea that country artists should stay in their lane. With the 1977 album Here You Come Again, Dolly stepped boldly into pop territory. The title track soared on mainstream charts, thrilling new fans and making some old-school country purists uneasy. Dolly brushed off the grumblings, insisting she was expanding her art, not abandoning her roots. Her string of high-profile collaborations validated that approach. Kenny Rogers teamed up with Dolly in 1983 for "Islands in the Stream," a Bee Gees-penned gem that topped both pop and country charts. Their on-stage chemistry kept audiences enchanted for years, solidifying Dolly's status as a genre hopper with mass appeal. But it was the partnership with Linda Ronstadt and Emmylou Harris, collectively known as Trio, that sparked whispers of behind-the-scenes friction. Fans adored the sweet harmonies and folksy charm, and critics lavished praise on the 1987 Trio album. What they didn't see were the clashing artistic viewpoints. Dolly preferred spontaneity in the studio, while Linda was notoriously meticulous. Emmylou Harris, the gentle peacemaker, attempted to keep the peace. Despite these tensions, the project triumphed, winning awards and fan devotion. Rumors lingered that Dolly and Linda never fully patched things up. Some sources claim Dolly resented Linda's insistence on multiple takes and microscopic tweaking. Linda, in turn, found Dolly too casual. The album's success only half concealed the strain. Years later, Dolly apologized for her role in any creative turbulence, though some say the tension never fully faded. If so, it certainly didn't stop them from reuniting for Trio 2 in the late 1990s, proving that great music sometimes emerges from complicated relationships. Regardless of occasional drama, Dolly forged ahead. She recorded songs with younger artists like Miley Cyrus and entertained remixes of Jolene that played in dance clubs. Each collaboration underscored Dolly's incredible flexibility. Traditional country, glossy pop, or even electronic beats, no stage was off limits as long as she could be herself. Even if Dolly had only reigned over the music charts, her legacy would have been set. Instead, she dove headfirst into Hollywood, choosing comedic roles that showcased her wit and charm. 9 to 5, her 1980 film debut alongside Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, marked a successful pivot. Critics praised Dolly's natural screen presence. She also penned the movie's theme song, which topped the charts. The performance landed her a Golden Globe nomination, confirming that Dolly wasn't just a novelty on film. In the following years, she starred in The Best Little Wouse in Texas with Burt Reynolds and Steel Magnolias, an ensemble classic alongside Sally Field and Julia Roberts. Audiences loved her warmth, and Hollywood producers recognized her broad appeal. Dolly capitalized on that popularity, building a multi-pronged brand that extended beyond film into business ventures. In 1986, she took a small theme park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and reinvented it as Dollywood. Part celebration of Appalachian culture, part family getaway, Dollywood became a tourism hotspot. Over time, she added a water park, resorts, and dinner show experiences, all guided by Dolly's vision of uplifting her community. Critics questioned whether the kitsch factor overshadowed authentic regional culture, but Dolly's fans ate it up, Dollywood thrived, showing the world her capacity to blend folksy charm with savvy entrepreneurship. Alongside her theme park success, Dolly launched her Imagination Library, a program giving free books to children. Critics occasionally hinted at self-promotion, but Dolly brushed that off, insisting any good done for kids was worth the chatter. Gradually, she became a rare figure, someone equally at home on a movie set, a musical stage, or in a corporate boardroom. For Dolly, these diverse pursuits all hinged on the same principle, staying true to her roots while never missing an opportunity to grow. Throughout her rise to superstardom, Dolly cultivated an aura of positivity. Still, swirling rumors kept the tabloids busy. One major talking point: her mysterious marriage to Carl Dean. They wed in 1966, yet he rarely appears alongside her. Some speculate they live separate lives, while Dolly jokes he's just shy. Whatever the truth, the secrecy only deepens public curiosity. Another persistent rumor involves Dolly's supposed hidden tattoos. Whispers suggest that beneath her long-sleeved outfits lie colorful designs. Dolly has dropped playful hints, mentioning small butterflies or roses, without confirming much. Fans eat up the intrigue, wondering if the squeaky clean country star has an edgy side she keeps under wraps. Dolly's business dealings also drew controversy. When Elvis Presley showed interest in recording "I Will Always Love You," his manager demanded half the publishing rights. Dolly refused, reportedly angering the King's camp. That gamble paid off. She retained control of the song, allowing Whitney Houston's later rendition to become a worldwide smash and a financial windfall. Some critics labeled Dolly stubborn, others praised her for safeguarding her creations in an industry that often exploits female artists. Additionally, Dolly stepped into political crossfire with certain philanthropic moves, including supporting vaccine research. While many hailed her generosity, pockets of the internet claimed ulterior motives. Dolly shrugged off conspiracy theories with her trademark sweetness, focusing on the good the funds might bring. Still, no controversy resonates quite like the creative clash during the trio sessions. Dolly's free-spirited vibe collided with Linda Ronstadt's perfectionism, leaving Emmylou Harris to keep the peace. Though they produced an award-winning album, the tension never fully vanished. To this day, fans speculate about unresolved grudges behind those picture-perfect harmonies. Dolly has since apologized for any bitterness, acknowledging that sometimes greatness emerges from friction. Yet the rumor persists. Behind her cheerful exterior, Dolly can be a formidable foe when artistic vision is at stake. Mention Dolly Parton's name in most circles, and admiration swiftly follows, much of it tied to her charitable initiatives. Chief among them is the Imagination Library, which mails books to kids from infancy until they enter school. Dolly credits her father's illiteracy with inspiring the program, insisting that helping children read is her personal mission. The Imagination Library quickly spread beyond Tennessee, reaching multiple countries and delivering millions of free books. Despite near-universal applause, some critics question whether Dolly's charity helps boost her brand and Dollywood's tourism. Dolly typically responds with humor, suggesting that any publicity that encourages reading is fair game, yet she does appear mindful of her image, sidestepping politically volatile topics so as not to fracture her broad fan base. She's also faced minor backlash when expansions at Dollywood seem to encroach on local landscapes or displaced small businesses. Dolly's team vigorously denies any harm to her beloved Smoky Mountains, pointing out the hundreds of jobs created. But in the era of social media scrutiny, every corporate move faces intense public examination. When Dolly donated large sums toward vaccine research, a segment of online voices questioned her motives. Others hailed her generosity as life-saving. The polarized reactions illustrate a reality she can't escape. No matter how good her intentions, there will always be those who poke holes. Dolly's approach remains steady. She moves forward with projects she believes in, offering occasional quips to deflect the noise. Her philanthropic streak has become as integral to her brand as her music. By weaving generosity into everything she does, Dolly secures a reputation few can rival. Critics still murmur about behind-the-scenes calculations, but Dolly keeps on giving, content to let her deeds speak louder than any rumor. As music trends splintered into hip-hop, EDM, and indie rock, Dolly found fresh ways to stay in the loop. Whether it was a cameo on a younger star's track or witty appearances on late-night TV, she adapted without losing her classic Dolly essence. She's collaborated with her goddaughter, Miley Cyrus, and even given the green light to EDM remixes of Jolene, showing an openness to reinvent old hits for modern audiences. At the same time, she keeps a tight lid on her private life. While active on social media, Dolly seldom shares personal details. Fans clamor for glimpses into her marriage or rumors of health battles, but Dolly rarely gives anything away. The same is true of any future plans for Dollywood. Some suggest expansions could turn it into a globally renowned resort, while others claim Dolly might retire soon. She tends to dismiss retirement chatter with a grin, saying she'll keep performing as long as she can still walk onto a stage. Speculation also persists that Dolly has a secret memoir ready to publish, filled with candid stories that could shock fans. She's neither confirmed nor denied such a project. If true, it might spill insider details about old feuds, business maneuvers, or regrets never before acknowledged. Yet Dolly has always been careful about what she reveals, preferring to remain a friendly mystery rather than feed every headline. Amid these swirling rumors, she forges ahead with new albums, philanthropic events, and occasional TV cameos, always in a flurry of glitter and humor. The formula keeps her appealing to longtime admirers and brand-new fans alike. For all her openness on stage, Dolly wields privacy like an art. She shows you just enough to make you think you know her, then hides the rest behind that sparkling laugh and southern warmth. After decades in the public eye, Dolly Parton remains an enigma in the best possible way. She rose from abject poverty to global superstardom, using unyielding determination, smart business sense, and an unshakable faith in her music. Her life is peppered with stories of generosity, but also sprinkled with rumor, creative tensions, rumored secret grudges, and personal details that never quite come fully to light. When asked about feuds like the one with Linda Ronstadt, Dolly often responds with genuine regret mixed with pride over the artistry that trio produced. Did her frustration ever evolve into lasting dislike? Dolly publicly apologized, but insiders claim lingering discomfort. Much like her Elvis situation, where she stood her ground on publishing rights, these episodes underline Dolly's non-negotiable stance on her creative autonomy. Even at this stage, Dolly remains relevant. She connects with younger generations through unexpected collaborations, while retaining her most loyal fans with timeless classics. Her philanthropic efforts have expanded globally, making her an international symbol of benevolence. Yet behind that philanthropic glow lie echoes of controversies, skeptics who cast doubt on her motives, critics who question the environmental impact of her expansions, or gossip mongers who still insist she's hiding something. Through it all, Dolly sails on, as unflappable as ever, measuring success on her own terms. And there you have it, a life that can't be tidily packaged. Dolly Parton is at once a radiant cultural icon and a deeply private figure, an ambitious mogul and a soft-spoken dreamer, a woman who soared beyond the confines of a modest cabin into the stratosphere of entertainment history. As she continues to evolve, release new music, champion good causes, and drop hints about her personal life, the legend grows. Where Dolly goes next, we can only guess, but if her past is any guide, she'll keep thrilling the world with her boundless energy, refusing to let age or industry norms slow her down. And if, somewhere beneath those sequins, she holds a secret or two, that only makes her story all the more fascinating and far from over. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.